10 live wires will be given the unique opportunity to share their creativity with the world and become the next top live wire. I'm your host, Heather Boyd Wire, and this is Live Wires for the Win, Season 3. 5 weeks of wire art challenges will count down to one winner of the grand prize, a collaboration video on my YouTube channel, a $100 gift certificate for my Etsy shop, and $200 worth of wire and tools from Beadalon. This is an elimination challenge with a twist. Viewers will have the opportunity to vote for their favorite creations and give feedback on the work. Your judges will be wire artist Heather Boyd, multimedia artist and author Patricia Srigley, and a weekly mystery judge. So hello Live Wires, welcome to week 4 of Live Wires for the Win. This week we have a special guest judge. A lot of you know her from Facebook. It's Connie Bunky from the Wire Makers Club. Hello Connie.
Hello, glad to see you.
Nice to see you. So Connie is a longtime member of the Wire Makers Club on Facebook and one of my most loyal viewers on YouTube. And you can see Connie's beautiful wire work on her Facebook page. I will link it up below. And Connie was a teacher for many years, an art and a gym teacher. So she is coming to us with a wealth of knowledge and experience in the art world. And I'm so appreciative that you're here, Connie.
Well, glad to do it.
Awesome. And welcome back, Patricia, our regular weekly judge. And of course, you guys can see Patricia's work on her website, Srigley Arts. You can find her books, her drawings, her paintings, her sculptures, her sun catchers, all kinds of things there. Without further ado, we are just going to jump right in there. These are the semifinals, guys. So today we have 5 participants left, and we have to eliminate 2 people to have 3 left for our finale next week. This week's theme is Walking on Sunshine. As always, the participants can interpret the theme in any way that their imagination sees fit. And first we have Amanda, and Amanda writes, "This week's theme is my favorite thus far, and the song Walking on Sunshine is on rerun in my head. As soon as I learned about the theme, I thought about an item on my bucket list to walk through a field of sunflowers. I love sunflowers and find them very majestic, so I decided to make one. My aim was to capture as many details of a real sunflower as I could, and I love how it turned out. It really feels like my little piece of sunshine. I like giving things a practical use, and this sunflower is going to be our Christmas tree topper this year. I used a combination of greens, gold, and brown wire twisted and braided together for the stem and the leaf. Each of the 16 petals were woven with gold and the little petals accented with orange. And the center disc made of 2 wire spirals of seed beads stacked to create depth and dimension. I hope this brings about a smile." So, Patricia, would you like to start with Amanda's work?
Certainly. Yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful. A sunflower, it is a perfect symbol to make you think of sunshine. Amanda's made this beautifully. I love the dense wire wrapping with the gold and it does look very yellow and sunshiny. And I like the spiral stem and the detail of the leaf. I really like those little green hairy things that are jutting out from the flower. It gives it a lot of character, and the nice dense middle that the petals are around. And yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful, and it will look lovely on a tree.
I agree with you. I thought she did a wonderful job. Her craftsmanship is always spot on. And as a reminder, Amanda has not been making wire work for very long. So we're always super impressed with what she comes up with. I love that she always has a practical use for her work as well. I love the center part with the little seed beads. I thought it was a really nice use of beads, but not overkill, not too many beads. And it really gave that texture and the impression of little seeds in the middle. So I thought that was really clever to just focus the beads in the middle there. And her weaving of the petals is super well done. It really fills up the space in the petals really well. And that, of course, is always a challenge with wire work, is to make things look a little more solid and filled in. And the leaf is done a little bit differently too. I like that she did a little bit of a different approach to the leaf. It's more twisted wires that are twisted in a line. And so she's really got a nice variety of techniques in there. And yeah, the squiggly things are cute too. That just adds a little bit of punch to it, because otherwise it would just be a little more straight and graphic, but that just gives it a little bit more whimsy as well. Beautiful, beautiful job. Gorgeous colors. Oh my goodness, the colors are so pretty, pretty wires. And Connie, what did you think of Amanda's work?
Well, I was impressed because I was remembering that her work is based on not having done it for very long. And, I love the variations in the techniques. It's essentially wire, but she really, I mean, she did 4 different kinds of wire twisting and the weaving. She really exemplified what you can do with wire. I love that the stem, as Patricia said, had that variation of color. When have done a sunflower picture with my kindergartners, I would encourage them to put like a little lighter color on one side, a little darker color. So, you're getting a rounded effect, some shadow, and you get that round feeling of a stem. It's not flat looking. I kept waiting for a bee to come along and go wandering around on the flower, or a bird to come pluck the seeds out of the middle of it. I felt it was beautifully done, excellent technique, very great craftsmanship on it.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love that observation about the sort of 3D aspect of it as well. And it's interesting with art, thinking about something in terms of a painting or a drawing, and then trying to create the same type of thing in wire and using different techniques to get those kind of effects. It's really interesting. Right. Beautiful job, Amanda. That's awesome. So next we have Cynthia, and Cynthia writes, "This is my interpretation for the theme Walking on Sunshine. I enjoyed working on this project, and when it was finished, I felt like I was walking on sunshine. The piece is 7 inches wide and made with 20 and 26 gauge wire." I'll start with Cynthia. Cynthia's is incredibly well done. Oh my goodness, the details in this, all the process pics that she sent of her stages of how she built it up into a really solid 3-dimensional piece. I could definitely see this on the top of a Christmas tree or as an ornament. It's very, very fancy, very high end, incredibly well done. And it's almost like a little tutorial that she sent us with the little process pics. So if anybody wanted to make one, it's very clear on how she put it together. And her interpretation of the theme was more sort of the emotional aspects of walking on sunshine, feeling joyful, happy, proud. I like that she had a very simple interpretation of the theme, and she has that nice little crystal in the middle to give it a little bit of a focal point and a little bit of a punch, and nice swirls. Really brings your eye through the piece. It's a very lovely piece. And Connie, what did you think of Cynthia's piece?
I thought it was really kind of cool how she had this almost perfect symmetry with the way those rays are well measured. They were well put together. Each one seems very well put together and precise. And I don't know that I would have said there was anything wrong with the way she did it as far as her technique. And then she still added the swirlies to it to give it that feeling of solar energy that's coming away from the middle there. That was quite a bit of work in that. And I could see that as a tree topper. Absolutely. Excellent workmanship. I think it's well done.
Patricia, what did you think of Cynthia's work?
Again, I agree with both of your comments. I really did like the amount of swirlies and details, making it seem very solid. And I thought the same thing. It would be a beautiful tree topper. I think it would also be a really lovely pin or pendant. Of course, it would have to be smaller, but the design is very clean and almost classical. It's beautiful.
Beautiful job, Cynthia. And next we have Karen, and Karen writes, some people want to become doctors or lawyers, make lots of money, or become famous. I always just wanted to be a wife and mother. When contemplating walking on sunshine, I was immediately brought back to my wedding day when those dreams became reality. My submission this week is a picture of Scott and me on our wedding day. It took place in Redwood Park, near where I grew up, and the location of our first date. It was a small, wonderful gathering with our closest friends and family in a place that I love. Huge trees enveloped us, and hundreds of colorful fairy houses lined the pathways. It was a magical day. Connie, what did you think of Karen's work?
I loved a lot of the detail that is in here. It gave you a chance to, well, and especially where she's got the path, giving you that one point perspective where you're near the bottom and it wanders to the back. And so you give that sense of distance and depth in the picture. Certainly get that feeling of surrounded by big trees with the way she put those in the picture. And I can understand how you get these warm, sunshiny feelings from your wedding day. And if you're out in the park like that, that would especially, you're kind of walking on sunshine when you're on a wonderful day like that. She did, I think, carry that through for the theme very well. So lots of fun detail to look at, lots of interesting things to look at. And I think she really followed the theme quite nicely with this one.
Patricia, what did you think of Karen's work?
I think she really successfully captured the mood of this lovely memory she has, and she's managed to show it to us in wire. I like how the couple are captured, their pose. They really do look like they're walking, and even though they're smaller, they do really stand out in the scene. The perspective is part of that. And I really like the swirly sun and the variety of trees. I think she's done a really good job getting her memory across to us and sharing it with us.
And so lovely that it's in the heart frame and she's able to fit everything really nicely in the frame. The composition is super nice. I love that sun, and it's really the focal point is the swirliness of the sun and then the rays coming out all the way to the other side underneath the couple. They really look like they're walking on the sunshine, on the ray of the sunshine. It's nice. She has a little variety in the trees. She has the one kind of pine shape and the other one with the swirlies and to represent the leaves in the tree. It looks like it could almost be a fall day, although we don't really know. And then the mushroom fairy houses are so cute, a little bit of whimsy and a really magical feel to the piece as well. And then she's made a little chain to hang it up, so it's definitely practical, and she's thought of everything in this piece. And I love that path too. It really brings your eye in, and it really gives you that impression that they're just walking towards their future, which is a really beautiful sentiment. Beautiful piece, Karen. Really great job. Love it. So next we have Ashita, and Ashita writes, for this week's theme, Walking on Sunshine, I made this sun catcher with a beach scene where 3 people are walking on the beach together, having their best day under the daylight. In this piece, I actually portrayed me and my family, my mom, dad, and me, when we went to one of the beautiful states in India, Goa. I was in 5th grade at the time, but I still remember each and every detail of that trip. As the theme was walking on sunshine, the first thing that came up in my mind was the time I spent there on the beach years ago, and considering the title also means being happy, I just couldn't ignore it, as it was the best memory of my life. There was just one thing which I missed there, and it was that we couldn't take our pet dog there. So in the suncatcher, I added the little dog to complete the piece. It was quite hard to make the ocean waves only with wire, as it didn't give that vibe, but I somehow managed it in the best way I could with the minimum use of beads. I hope you like it. I used 16 and 20 gauge wire for the suncatcher frame, 26 gauge wire for the waves and the sand, and 20 gauge for the human and dog figures and some beads. I will start with Ishita's work. I just love this piece. I just thought it was so beautiful. It was so sentimental and so sweet that this was her favorite memory, you know, with their family on the beach. And the figures are spectacular. I love how simple they are, just with the silhouette. It looks like maybe she had taken a photo and then just done like that type of silhouette that might have been from a snapshot of them walking on the beach. The waves are brilliant. I love how she's used just a few beads to represent the blue color in the waves, and also they would move those beads, so it would gives that impression of the rolling waves in the ocean. So she's just got a few lines of wire with a few little seed beads on it. I just thought that was brilliant. I've never seen something done quite like that before, because it's very easy to use too many beads. It's very easy just to go over that line and just put in too many, but she's really kept the concept of less is more in this, even though it has a ton of detail. She didn't overdo it. The sand is really lovely, the way it's filled in with the weave. Looks really nice. The little dog is so sweet. He just desperately wants to come into the scene. He's sitting there on the little spiral at the bottom. And the way she's twisted the wire to make the frame more solid is really, really beautiful. I think she did a wonderful piece. It makes a lovely sun catcher or a wall hanging. Really, really, really nice piece, Ishita. And Patricia, what did you think of Ishita's piece?
Yeah, you've said a lot of what I noted down.
It's all good. Yeah, I think we all observed the similar things.
Yeah, I particularly liked the density of the coppery sand, and like you said, the watery beads. My favorite thing was this poor little dog looking up and wanting to go to the beach. I felt sort of sad for the dog.
Yeah.
And I liked the curling down tail from the frame. That was different. I really liked the whole shape of the outside of this. Beautiful.
And Connie, what did you think of Ishita's piece?
When I was looking at it, I certainly got the feeling of a memory bubble. It evokes those feelings of a warm, sunny day at the beach, because certainly was a sunny day. And I thought she captured that feeling quite well, you know. And in a sense, they're walking on sunshine because the beach gets really warm when the sun shines on it. So there too, that I thought, you know, I think we kind of got the theme rather well covered here. Her idea for the waves was interesting. You get that sense of movement. And I liked, again, that there's different techniques used. The twisting of the wire for the frame, the density of the beach, the more lighter floating feeling of the waves. And I kind of felt sorry for the little dog at the bottom, you know. I always feel bad taking our dog to the kennel when we have to make a trip, and she likes it there, but she'd rather be with us. It's a lovely piece, and I think she did a good job of showing the theme.
Great job, Ishita. Beautiful work. And then last but not least, we have Nicole. And Nicole writes, this week's creation is called Zen Shine. The first thing I thought of when reading this week's theme, Walking on Sunshine, was my granddaughter, Zendaya. She's 1 year and 9 months old and always has a song in her head. She has no problem singing and dancing randomly and is full of light and happiness. My daughter is in the Army, and she and her wife don't live in New Jersey. So most of my interaction with Zeni is through video chat. One day, my daughter sent me a photo and wrote, "Here is a little Zenshine for you." And the word Zenshine just stuck. I knew I wanted to incorporate Zeni's dancing in my creation and give myself a challenge. While researching, I came across moving toys called Automata. It was a perfect blend of a challenge and something I could show Zeni during a video chat that she would love. It was definitely a challenge, but it was fun learning something new, and I was able to get it to move like she's dancing. So Patricia, would you like to talk about Nicole's work?
Yeah, I was really taken with this very original idea. I love things that move. The fact that she came up with this idea and pulled it off, when she turns the handle, this little girl dances, and it's just beautiful. And I like how the girl, her hair is flying up and her arms are up. She just looks very, very joyful, and the sun is beneath her. It makes it look like she's dancing on the sun a bit. I was really impressed with this original idea.
And Connie, what did you think of Nicole's work?
The idea of it being a thing that moves was so creative. And even though I didn't see a video of it moving, I still got that sense of movement because the hair is up, the skirt is moving, and I could just kind of see her dancing on a patch of sunshine on the floor. So I thought that was very, very cool. And she took the time to research how to make something like this. The idea of the movement, the 3D aspect of it, while the sun and the little girl are somewhat two-dimensional, the whole piece is three-dimensional. And you add to that with the little girl moving, whether back and forth or up and down, that just adds to that feel. Very creative, very clever.
Yeah, this piece is so original. I really love the thought that went into it. It's so cute that her pet name for her granddaughter is Zenshine. So it was very fitting for this theme, 100%. And her son is really cool too. I like the way that she's just done some crisscrosses of wire to fill it in. The idea of a kinetic sculpture is so cool. I love the research, like you said, Connie, that she researched it and she learned something new in creating this piece, which is interesting because it's made for her granddaughter, and then she's teaching your children to learn and explore, and then she's done the same thing in the process of making this piece. And I'm sure her granddaughter is going to be tickled pink when she sees it. I'm sure she had a lot of childlike pleasure and joy in creating this piece as well. So yeah, super fun piece. I love the girl. I love her little hair, and even just that little girl on her own would have made a beautiful piece. But the fact that she's made it moving is super cool. So great job, Nicole. Awesome.
And now some words from our viewers. For Amanda, I love the different techniques used. This is very well planned and very well made. Pretty design. It'll make an excellent tree topper, or any time of year for that matter. Absolutely beautiful flower. Well done. The colors make this piece pop. Looking at her attention to detail, like the shading of the leaves. Beautiful. Pretty sun catcher, very bright colors. Neat bucket list idea. Nice wire work. Beautiful piece, Amanda. The colors are vibrant and it reminds me of a summer day. Good representation of the theme. Amanda, your sunflower turned out beautifully. I really enjoy the weaving in the petals and the braiding in the leaves and stem. Mixing the colors together really makes your leaf pop. Using the seed beads for the center was clever, and it looks like they're sticking out just like real seeds. Well done. And for Cynthia, very nice piece. Cool, looks like a star. The work is so intricate and beautiful. Beautiful, very nice work. Every week Cynthia's work catches my eye. The silver swirls are wonderful. I could see this as a pendant that I'd wear. Beautiful creation. I love all the wire weave. Very nice. Beautiful dimension and detailed wire work. Her feeling of completion and beautiful work inspires me. It looks like a beautiful star that I would be proud to hang on my Christmas tree. A pretty piece. It looks like a snowflake and would be good for a winter wonderland. Cynthia, your piece is beautiful. I think the crystal you used for your sun is beautiful. I love how you filled in your rays with the swirls. I love filigree, and this reminds me of that. Well done. And for Karen, I love the story that this piece tells. Beautiful. I love the details and the way the rays go across. Sweet, cute piece. A wonderful piece, but the bride, groom, and trees are my favorite part of this piece. This piece reminds me of a window catcher, making the sun light up and make the whole scene glow. Love the creation of your wedding in a park. Cool concept and imagery. Cool concept and imagery. Well done and pretty. Represents a sunshine moment for the crafter. Oh, Karen, this heart picture is gorgeous. The way you created your trees, you can see that they are huge reds, and you even put the fall colors in the tree as well. I see you and Scott enjoying your special day together. I love that you are holding hands. Love the way you made your sun as well. The best part is you surrounded it with a heart, showing your feelings about this special day. Well done. And for Ashita, beautiful piece. I love the beadwork. Beautiful memory. Love the details. The beads look cool. Cute story and good job on this piece. Lovely piece. The little girl gives me a Banksy feel. The blue beads attract the eye right away. The dog on the bottom swirl is a nice touch. I love your sun catcher. Goes with the story. Excellent. Nice story and illusion. This sun catcher will be eye-catching when it's hung. Ishita, I really connect with this piece. Water and the sun are happy triggers. I was right there with you walking on your beach. You were creative with the wire and the beads to portray the water and the waves. The sand looks like I could dig my feet into the deep sand and bury them in that warm sand. The wired cab for the sun above you is beautiful. I even love that your mom is carrying your balloon for you. The twisting of the wire around the circle and the swirl below is gorgeous, and the pendant is stunning. Well done. And for Nicole, what a beautiful story, and I relate to the grandchild thing, LOL. Very creative, innovative, and just plain so cool. Love the Zenshine. Never heard of Automata. Must check it out. Wonderful piece. Beautiful. Wow, that's amazing. It reminds me of a wind-up toy. Love the colors, and the little girl's hair is amazing. This piece brings back fond memories to me too. I wish I could see this charming kinetic wire sculpture in action, but even in stillness, it still conveys boundless and chaotic energy and motion of joyous youth. Love the story behind the work. Every week your pieces are beautiful, very creative and full of life. I love the idea. The walking on sunshine truly comes through here. Nicole, this is so cute. I love the weaving you did on the pink top, and the pleated skirt is darling. My favorite part is her hair. It's adorable. I look forward to seeing it move.
So the winner of this week's Viewer's Choice is Nicole. Yay, Nicole! Congratulations on being the Viewer's Choice this week. And now we come to the fun part. So we are down to 5 participants. Sadly, we need to eliminate 2 people. So we have 3 participants in the finale next week. We are going to list the 5 participants from our favorite first. And I will start with you, Patricia. Can you give us our list with your favorite first?
My favorite this week was Amanda's Sunflower. And my second favorite was Nicole's Automata. And third is Cynthia's Sun. Fourth, Karen Heart Scene. And fifth, Ashita's work.
Okay. And Connie, can you give us your 5?
Well, this was really tough. I really liked all of them very, very well. Although I'll admit that when I went through the pictures first, my first choice has been my first choice the entire time. And that was Amanda's Sunflower. Just appealed to me so much visually and creatively. It just was my first choice all along. And I almost followed Patricia here exactly. I did Nicole second. Cynthia was third, but I did have Ashita as 4 and Karen as 5.
My list is starting with my favorite was Ishita. I thought her piece was so sweet and sentimental, and I love the techniques. Next was Nicole. very unique approach with the kinetic sculpture. And then Amanda's was very gorgeous to look at and technically so well made. And then I had Karen and Cynthia. The judges have discussed the results and we ended up doing a point system. So our top favorite had 5 points and then we went down to 1 point. Having added up the points, Amanda has 13 points, Nicole has 12 points, Ishita 8 points, Cynthia 7, and Karen 5. So we do have a clear winner, which is Amanda is the winner of this week's challenge. Yay, Amanda. Yay. And the 3 people that are going on to participate in the finale are Amanda, Nicole, and Ishita. Congratulations, ladies, for progressing to the finale of Live Wires for the Win. And sadly, we have to say goodbye to Karen and Cynthia. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing your incredible creations throughout the challenge. And we can't wait to continue seeing your beautiful work in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. Thank you so much, Connie, for being our guest judge this week. It was such a pleasure such a pleasure to meet you in person and to talk art together. We both are so passionate about it. And thank you, Patricia, for always being our judge on Live Wires for the Win. And the series just keeps getting better and better every year. We'll see you guys next week for the finale of Live Wires for the Win. And have a wonderful rest of the week. And bye, everybody. Bye.